Bismillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. I've had a few downtime days out here in Europe. I'm in Denmark and been consuming a lot of content, reading a lot, listening to a lot of things, and just learning. And a thought crossed my mind about the kinds of things that we consume every day, especially in the age of social media. And what I started thinking about is the fact that there's, content producers that are so focused on like how many views is this going to get, or how much engagement is this going to get, or what kinds of content can be more engaging. And it's just like it's producing something for the sake of getting viewership or for the sake of getting more followers. And I realized this is one of the most poisonous things for our intention to share something of benefit. Because if I'm sharing something about the word of Allah, then it shouldn't matter to me if one person sees it or a million people see it or nobody sees it. I did it because the angels are recording it, and the idea that somehow we are getting roped up into this frenzy of like, oh, I need to make the content engaging, or I need to do this or that or the other. That stuff needs to just take a back seat. And especially when you think about, sharing knowledge of the Quran. When Allah gave us this book, He gave it to a prophet who didn't have any official credentials from the worldly point of view. There were scholars there. There were Jewish scholars there. There were people that were masters of poetry, that were masters of language. They were experts, right? And He's the non-expert that Allah gave His book to. We don't have anything to prove. Sometimes what happens in religious circles also is you're trying to prove how much you know of the Quran, or you're trying to prove how much you know of Islamic knowledge. What you know authentically is for your own benefit. And if I was to try to share something, anyone should try to share something, they should want to share it because it will genuinely benefit first myself, and it will then benefit somebody else. And if that can be at the forefront, like, is this beneficial? Like, it's a simple question. Is this beneficial? And then the sub-question is this beneficial to me, number one? And then additionally, is this beneficial to others? Then if those two things are there, then the intention is clearly sincere. It's something that is meant to be shared, is meant to be put forward. And then whether or not nobody sees it or a million people see it doesn't matter, because the intention was in the right place. But if the starting point of the intention is this going to go viral? Is this going to be like interesting? Oh, let me choose the right background, or let me choose the right lighting, or let me choose, or let me cut this clip or do this, When we start doing that stuff, then we have no business talking about the sincerity of intentions. It's antithetical to that. So I pray that myself and anybody else who wants to, in the age of wanting to be an influencer, right? Well, I don't want to be an influencer. I actually just want to be someone who benefits and then shares the benefit. That's it. If you can just get there, then inshallah ta'ala we're going to be in a good place. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept any time that we spend with Allah's book, any time that we spend sharing something good, something of beneficial, something of benefit, and something of meaning. And may Allah Azza wa Jal really just keep our sincerity and our intentions pure, because it's so easy to lose sight of that, especially now with the kind of technology and the kind of culture that's been created around all kinds of content. May Allah Azza wa Jal accept from all of us and overlook our mistakes. Assalamu alaikum.